Hello everybody, and welcome back to the A1 Trading YouTube channel. I'm joined by our very exquisite and very well-dressed, always beating me on the dressing department, and the sunglasses. I got these glasses, but that's not as cool as yours, so I'm going to leave those to the side. Guys, this is Eivind. If you don't know Eivind, where you been? Eivind is like the co-host now of what we do here at A1 Trading. So, Eivind, what's going on, man, and what are you looking at? This is a crazy market right now.
How on earth can Friday become worse than closing on Friday evening?
Hey, you know what, Ivan? I've got to ask.
I closed my oil trade.
Ivan, I don't know. So do you have like several suits? How do you, or are you just like re-wearing the same one? Do you have like somebody doing your laundry? How do you stay so well dressed? You got to let us know.
As a trader, you make a lot of money, so you have plenty of suits. I have to. So
okay, nice.
I flip.
Ivan, you were long in oil. What's going on? Are you still long in oil?
No. I closed it.
Did you close it? Can you show us? I'm curious.
Well, do you want to see the actual order, or just that I closed it when it was because it was around my entry around here. Around
your
that
entry was
candle there.
Did you close it on the open? When did you close it?
On Friday,
you closed it on the open. You said, okay,
PM.
That's enough for me.
10:30, like 30 minutes before close.
Okay. Oh, wait, before close.
Just before close.
Ivan. So you missed the gap
so
open.
Hard.
Oh, pain. Okay, you're not alone. I had plenty of pain last week. So, okay, so you close it just before the close. Are you looking to get back in? What's your thoughts on this oil move now?
No.
You're not looking back to get out. Okay, but it's looked like it's filled the gap. So you don't think it's bullish anymore.
So psychology. What brings it up is psychology. The reason why it went up is because markets are thinking that America, Europe can live without Russian oil.
Okay.
And then they'll start thinking, well, we can't. So it goes back down again. So the whole move is psychology. It's not supply demand. It's not like there's less sellers in the market, there's less buyers in the market. It's just market went higher. So for me, it's like, okay, whatever. Gone is gone. Also, the reaction of the market is it went to weekly target, give or take, up to 27, 28. Seems to be okay for now. So the pullback is hard. I don't like that pullback. That is a take profit, and I don't know how far it can fall before it ever goes back up again.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I actually got out of my gold trade for a similar reason. We had a big gap up, and when we started to fade that gap immediately, I just hopped out because I was like, you know what? If it gaps up like that, a lot of times you just get that knee-jerk reaction higher, and then it pulls back very quickly to fill the gap. So what are your thoughts? What are you looking at in terms of this week? Is there any setups that you like? Or are you on the sidelines? What do you think?
I don't like anything. I hate everything. I hate my life. Everything. I hate.
No, you don't, Ivan. You're a very happy guy. If you hate your life, we got bigger problems.
No, actually, it's actually very little. Dollar is extreme. Euro has hit target, is extremely low. There's ECB meeting this week. Can be some volatility on euro this week. Oil is too high coming back. Nat gas is probably the only one that I'm kind of thinking more into the commodities, which is supposed to go higher, but they all have had pretty horrific pullbacks today. So it's all shaken. So I don't want to be in that kind of market.
Sure. So commodities looking a little bit rough. What about any currencies? Are there any? What about Aussie, NZD? I saw they were pulling back a little bit this morning. Are they still pulling back?
Well, I have had my fair share of the discussion with some of these traders that's been buying euro New Zealand last week or the previous weeks, and there might be a pullback. But also everything is low, everything is gone, everything is just adios amigos. Even my S&P 500 went to stop loss, so seems like we're fantastic traders.
It happens, man. I like I said last week, I struggled with the yen a little bit, or in the Swiss franc, actually, both. Of course, I was playing with fire a little bit there. Finally caught something kind of moving in my favor. I can actually pull up my dollar yen trade I was talking about before the end of the stream. The thing is, Ivan, I wanted to ask you about this. So I did some research on the trade relations between Japan and Russia, and it was actually marked as the number 3, at least on the thing that I was finding, I'd have to pull it up, like the number 3 rated most impacted Asian economy to the Russian situation. And that kind of put a little bit of a reasoning behind why the yen is not screaming to the upside. Japan and Russia, they have trade relations, whereas you're seeing places like, the US dollar be very, very strong. It's kind of like it's winning out on the safe havens right now. And I don't know, that kind of made a lot of sense to me for short term, why even though we are in a risk off sentiment, the yen is not showing incredible strength to the upside. What do you think about that?
Have you heard about China and what they are doing in Taiwan?
Yes. And what's your thoughts
Maybe.
with that?
Maybe
Elaborate.
that has an impact. Also the thing is that I actually haven't done the research of why yen is weak. My only kind of thought is, what if people are afraid to buy yen because there's going to be a risk, a premium with the China-Taiwan war, so dollar is kind of like, okay, let's go there instead. Or Aussie is, yes, that's the winner, and we shy away, even though that should be the normal move. It's not the move now because there is other attributes to it. And also, as far as I know, Japan doesn't have inflation yet, so there seem to be no reasons for them to go back there. Even though I did not know that there was this Russian yen relation, so I actually need to do some research today so I can be more updated there.
Yeah, and I wanted to add to that. So the idea being that, okay, you've got Australia way down here, and they have a lower threshold. I'll find that chart. I'll see if I can send it to you. I found this chart of like the Asian countries and their exposure or forecasted exposure to the Russia situation. And Japan rated very, very highly exposed to it, whereas Australia rated almost at the bottom, like very low exposure to it. And hence why you mentioned this last week, why we could have seen some real good strength coming into Australia, both from the commodities market that they are heavily involved in, but also their lower exposure to places like Russia.
Which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And I have scratched my head pretty down to the brain as to why Aussie was so strong last week. Why is New Zealand so strong? And it's kind of like a move that I didn't expect, and I need to learn that. That is maybe that's something that is not taught for me or in any book. So I just have to relearn that. The other thing with Russia, though, now that they are kicked off SWIFT, or some banks are kicked off SWIFT, there should be more exposure to Asia now and to China, because where else will they go? China wants to trade with them. China is a friend. But how much are they able to? Well, I talked about an oil cable or pipe to China. That's going to take time, unless they have started already. I don't know. Yeah. But that could maybe make them more independent of the euro market. But I definitely see this shift to the Chinese market. But I actually have to also, again, educate myself of what can China give Russia.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's a very interesting. And the thing is, just full transparency, you guys, when you watch this content, we are doing our absolute best to research and to bring things up. That's new information to me that I just dove into. There are more things for us to possibly know than we ever could.
So, people, this is one of the many one of the many research reports I've been reading for the past couple of weekends. Every weekend there's a weekly focus from Danske Bank. I'm not paid to mention those. I'm just having an example of this is reports, some of the reports that you could look into, and they also explain the reasons of why the market did what it did and what are they looking forward into the coming future. And many banks does this, and it's a free way to get into more information of what the market actually did or what could potentially coming for the next week.
Right.
Interested in seeing our trades live as they happen? By joining the A1 Trading Discord, you'll get a notification every time one of our traders enters a position. Each trade we share comes with an entry price, a stop loss, and most importantly, a full breakdown of why the trade was taken. Learn alongside our experienced traders, join our active chat room, and ask your questions in our coaching webinars. Between our team of active traders, we trade forex pairs, commodities like gold and oil, crypto, and stocks. By joining the group, you'll be able to keep up with all of it. Sign up today using the link in the description, and don't forget to use our promo code listed below for a special subscriber discount. Thanks for watching, and see you inside.